Well, I guess that's it for today then. Well, Chorus isn't there, but does anyone else have updates regarding the DevNets? Because, well, I guess some that you were looking at the forks with Erigon, or at least missing slots. Yeah, is there any news regarding that?
Yeah, so as you know, we're running DevNet 3 this week. Generally, the network is healthier than the previous one. So currently we have two issues. The main one is the issue with the Nimbus Erigon pair, but Somnath is looking at it currently. And the other one, not client related. So it turned out that our blob fuzzing tool is has some issues with the current configuration. So we are working on fixing it. But I would consider it a minor issue because it's not a client related. But overall, network is healthier, everything is good, so we don't observe any other issues. And yeah, regarding the DevNet, I would like, because we have 3 weeks till Shadow hard fork, I would like to test also Shadow fork. And for this, as far as I know, we need a copy of the deposit contract to be deployed on Shadow. So could you please take care that we have it deployed, say, this week? I don't know, like today, tomorrow, because Carlos won't be available today, but so we can start preparing for it tomorrow or Friday.
Okay, yeah, sure. So
as far as I know, this is the only requirement we need for the Shadow fork. I mean, a clean copy of the contract, deposit contract, with no data.
So any specific requirement for this? Like, should it remain empty?
Yeah, it should be empty.
And then I guess in the Shadow fork it will stay empty, or do we need to add any deposit or not necessary?
As far as I know, I'm not sure. You know, probably is. Yeah, let's wait for Carlos with this.
Yeah, so we can.
What I'm sure about is that we don't need all these previous validators because they are too much for the Shadow fork.
Right. Yeah, we don't care about bridges in this case, but we can just deploy a new proxy that points to the deposit contract implementation, and it should be good enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. All right, and why do you specifically want a Shadow fork for Shadow?
Just for testing purposes, because this is a test attempt to Shadow fork in the mainnet.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because for Chapella we did not end up doing one, so.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Okay, good. So DevNet then is going well, except for Nimbus, but plus Erigon, sorry, but Erigon with other shells works nicely, right?
Yeah. So we currently have we have no missing slots, but this pair, only this pair is missing slots. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe there's an issue with Nimbus all along because I'm also missing slots from time to time, but probably that's normal. Okay, so regarding the hard fork, I mean, we've talked about this last week and then also on Telegram, but so it has been scheduled for this epoch, this slot, and this timestamp. I'm not going to go into more details, but basically the 31st of January around 15 UTC? Okay.
Right.
UTC, yeah. So yeah, I mean, we've all calculated independently the slot and timestamp that they match. I think Erigon and Nethermind have this already implemented around this call, more or less. I'm not sure what the time. Well, no, it's actually later. It's like 7:15 CET, so in 5 hours. Yeah, so as mentioned, this was chosen to be like in the boundaries of epoch times, like divided by 8,192. I don't remember exactly why. Well, actually, now that we have 9 here, what was the reason again? Was it like for bridges?
No, it's to align with the historical roots, so that the beacon chain has an accumulator where it tracks historical states and historical roots, and there is infrastructure like ERA files for long persistence, and it's much better to have the same types on each batch of historical items. Or put it this way, this is done in Ethereum, so any downstream application can do this assumption. We should not break it for our network.
So, but I saw the slot is divided by 8,192, which, okay, but then why 5 seconds as well? Oh yeah, that's just for this. Yeah, okay, no, my bad. I'm just dumb. Okay. Great. Is there anything else we have to plan for Shadow? So there was the block routes. No, sorry, the which IP was that? Like for the beacon chain routes. I think this was in
478. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was already deployed a few months ago, actually. So all good. Are there any other like dependencies? I guess not. So yeah, we should be ready, and then we'll try everything with the shadow fork, anyways. All right. Any news regarding the Hive tests?
Yes, we fixed the actions that were failing, and basically was a problem of misconfiguration on the client. And now they are working, and the tests that are passing are the ones as expected. Except for Erigon, that I'm going to look on the next days that are failing 3 tests that should not be failing. In case that I don't find it, I will check you with you some none. Also, we are building a tool to push the Hive test logs every day to a Telegram chat. So I will posting it over the channel in probably today, later, or tomorrow. We are finishing to setting up that. That's all.
Awesome, thank you. Well, let's move on to client updates then. Nethermind, any news?
Yeah, so we're currently working on Shatter's cryptography implementation, mainly Mark. And besides Shatter, we just released 1.25.0 version with a lot of performance improvements, JSON RPC optimization, Geth compatible JavaScript tracers, and a lot more. So this is basically the same release we released as a preview last week.
Awesome. So how is it going with Shatter? Are there any like missing things? When do you think it might be ready for some testing?
Well, it's hard to say, but I still would like to test networking, and we didn't get from that the Docker image we requested. But in the meantime, we are working on the cryptography part, so it should be ready when we have the networking. But that's the main thing I would like to test, because we still want to test our library implementation.
Okay, I will ping them again then, because that has been an issue for months at this point. That's a bit disappointing. All right, Erigon, any news on your side?
So first of all, I wanted to ask you, Philip, have you been able to test the pruning hack solution?
No, I haven't, sadly. I will launch a sync today, but yeah, I haven't had time for it.
Right. So if that one works, I was planning to polish and package it. Aside from that, I checked the logs for the ongoing Nimbus Erigon pair missed slots for DevNet 3. I cannot find a reason why the payloads would be invalid, because the parent hash and everything matches quite okay, but it seems like the sequence of requests for payload is a little bit not ideal from Nimbus's side, because it's requesting multiple payload IDs while it should just request the payload ID that it should be applying to the next slot. So I suspect there might be an issue inside of Nimbus as far as handling the sequence of payload IDs is concerned. Also, I noticed there might be a bug in the transaction pool in Erigon. So for block production, sometimes it's for no apparent reason producing a block with invalid transactions that has incorrect state applied. So that's not really affecting anything at the moment, so far as I know. It's only been discovered because of a Hive test failure on Ethereum. But I suspect, given enough time, this bug somewhere might creep in the mainnet as well. So I'm looking into it. It's been a little hard to figure out, but I'm on it.
Awesome. That's a lot happening already. Any new releases? I think there was one, right?
Yes, I think there was one earlier, but I don't think it's anything but improvements.
Okay. Well, not too many details then. Is Guillaume here today? Nope. So I got an update from him. I think, so there's still this issue with, basically he can sync the chain up to the tip, but it doesn't, appear in the database, or at least when he restarts the node, it just restarts from the scratch again for some reason. And I think he was looking with some nuts into implementing the Aura things, contracts, whatever, to be able to actually do a full sync. But yeah, I'm not sure how far this is at this point. Yeah. I will write this up later. Is there anyone from Gateway? I don't think so. No. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. Maybe let's do, an open floor if anyone has concerns or questions or whatever, comments regarding Shadow, the hard fork, or the DevNet, or anything. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. Well, thanks for joining, and see you next week then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good week.